This week on Live the Wildlife, we have some great antelope action from out west.
Oh man, now you're talking right in my backyard. I love this stuff.
I also get to spend some time with the guy who taught me to hunt. Stay tuned to Live the Wildlife.
Gus Jimmy has been an avid bow hunter for over 21 years. It's Gus's belief that bow hunting for free-range animals provides him with the ultimate challenge. Gus has become known and respected for his hunting ability and well recognized for the numerous trophies he's harvested. For Gus, hunting has gone beyond the outings in the field. It's also a way of life. As much as Gus hunts worldwide, he also hunts nationwide here in the U.S. One such destination for Gus is the big sky country of Wyoming, where big pronghorn buck are roaming the open western plains.
Well, I've hunted in Wyoming for the past 13 years, and this year I was heading out to hunt with Heart Spear Outfitters and my good friend Cody Glaus. We were on a 3-day antelope hunt, and I couldn't wait to get started.
Gus has the reputation for enjoying his hunts, and that means all the experiences along the way. It just so happens that Gus's guide and friend, Cody Glaus, also is a rodeo competitor. And before getting to camp, Gus was in for a bit of a show, Wyoming style.
Got to watch him ride. Everything worked out fine, no injuries, so in the morning we were ready to start our hunt.
I guess we're hunting tomorrow. Yeah.
Gus is no stranger to hunting the open terrain of Wyoming. As a matter of fact, Gus was hunting with the same outfitter a year ago and took this nice record book buck. And now he's back in the same grassland, hoping to repeat his last year's adventure.
First day of archery antelope season here in Wyoming with my trusty guide, Cody Glaus. I was just here in April on a turkey hunt and had a fantastic time, took a beautiful bird. Last year we took the #2 archery antelope in the state, so we're gonna hit it hard for the next 3 days and see how that goes.
Wyoming during the early season is known for being mild in temperature. That much might be predictable for a hunter sitting in a ground blind, but what isn't quite as predictable is those western plains thunderstorms. The only good thing is you can see them coming for miles. Gus had to rain out his first and second day of hunting, and once the weather was due to clear, a new tactic was going to have to be played.
Too wet, nothing was coming in. Gus sat for most of the day and had 5 little bucks come in. And
yeah. First day was totally raining, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You ended up stalking rather than doing the conventional water hole situation. Just too wet.
We can get a little closer. I think he's about 140 yards. Now, anyone who's ever stalked antelope knows how difficult this is. We'd spot some beautiful bucks, we'd glass them, start our stalks. It was real exciting. We'd get in on them, but just couldn't get close enough for a bow shot. On our last day, we did see a beautiful antelope buck bed up under a greasewood tree, and Cody looked at me and said, if he feeds his way down into that brush, we have a chance to get on him. He looks like a pretty good antelope. What do you think, Cody?
Looks like a good buck to me.
This rain is going to kill everything. I said, I think he can get to him with this greasewood.
I think we got a chance. We got to try to do it.
Okay.
When Live the Wildlife returns, Gus has gotten in close to a shooter antelope here in Wyoming. And later,
Section shots! What do you see?
We walk down memory lane with Gus and Jimmy. Portions of Live the Wildlife are being brought to you by Dead Downwind, Nikon, Darton, Bob Vitro's True Life Taxidermy, Silent Predator Clothing, Square Vision Productions, Ameristep, Interlock, Gold Tip, High Country Archery, Bullseye Archery in Cheyenne, Wyoming, Trophy Taker, Thrill of the Hunt Productions, Archer's Addiction, and by Trigger Time Gun Club. Portions of Live the Wildlife are being brought to you by Nikon. We're here in Wyoming hunting pronghorn with Gus and Jimmy. Gus has stalked in close to a shooter buck, hoping for a shot opportunity.
He was laying under a good hill there, and we watched him for quite a while, and he fed out into the greasewoods, and just kind of started moving off and wasn't really too concerned about it, and we got down in there. We were just patient, and we had to do some crawling. And
Good shot. Stay with him. Stay with him.
got him, Cody. There, he went down. He's down, Gus. I ranged him, and he said okay, and pulled back and let fly, and I don't think we both couldn't believe it.
I'll bet the antelope didn't believe it either.
No, the antelope didn't believe it either. And, yeah, it was a great shot.
Well, we're here in Wyoming with Heart Spear Outfitters, Cody Glaus. I've been out here to this area with Coal Creek Outfitters, Cody's dad, for years. In fact, we have a joke. I've been coming here so long, Cody was actually shorter than me when I first started coming.
I was actually shorter than you once.
Well, I think at one point you were shorter than me. Anyway, we had a lot of rain, thunderstorms, and animals just weren't coming to water, so we sat for about 2 days on water holes. Today, 2.5 days actually, we had a doe, a fawn, not much coming in. We decided to do a spot and stalk tonight and tried a couple unsuccessful, but got in on this antelope at 75 yards.
Pretty unbelievable shot.
Yeah, we made the shot. Everything worked out fantastic, and hey, Cody, I can't say enough about him. I've been out here.
It's really something to get a guy of Gus's caliber to hunt with you. This man can hunt anywhere in the world. He does hunt all over the world. And you and I are lucky enough to have him come and hunt with us. And
We darn sure are.
Just a class individual and a hell of a hunter. You know, I think he's hunted with me nearly 15 years. And there's nobody to have any more fun with, is there?
No, he's a good guy.
I'm sure everybody can remember the person who started them in hunting. I didn't grow up with hunting. None of my family members ever hunted. And at 21, my parents had died. And a good friend of mine, Carl Hanwacker, really took me under his wing. He taught me everything I know about hunting and a lot about life. When he was 85, we got to share a great hunt in Wyoming at Coal Creek Outfitters for antelope and mule deer. I got to spend some time with him in the blind. I videoed his hunt. And this week, we caught up with Carl and swapped some hunting stories. And I want to share that hunt with you.
I met Gus Conjemi. He used to live next door here, and then he introduced me to an outfitter in Wyoming. I hurt my shoulder, and I couldn't pull my bow no more, so I figured this is the end of me. I cannot hunt no more bow forever.
I made him a challenge that if he could draw his bow back one more time, I was taking him with me that fall on that Wyoming antelope hunt.
Every day you put more and more and more and more and more and more. So I exercised every day with the rubber bands and pushed the damn thing. I mean, every day what has to be done. And finally, I got it back again to a normal position so I could shoot my bow. We're gonna try it one more time, my friend Gus.
Make your shot. Okay, man. You hit? Yeah. You hit.
I shot a mule deer doe and the antelope doe in about times of an hour, hour and a half, and my hunt was probably concluded forever. Okay, my friend, that was my conclusion of my hunt. I will never do it no more because I'm too young for this kind of Olé!
When Live the Wildlife continues,
It was not easy either because you cannot get sometimes close enough to those animals. You have to shoot them at a long distance. So I had a lucky shot of 400 yards.
and later, more great pronghorn hunting in Wyoming. Portions of Live the Wildlife are being brought to you by Dead Downwind. Welcome back to Live the Wildlife. We've been walking down memory lane with Gus's good friend and hunting mentor, Carl Hanwalker. Even in his mid-80s, he can still pull a bow. Being a father figure for Gus over the years, many of Carl's hunts have been branded into the memory books for Gus and are always worth reliving. And just to sit in his trophy room is beyond belief.
Well, I'm right now 85 years old. I'm gonna be 86 soon. And I've been hunting almost when I was 14 or 12 years old in Angola. Incredible, with my age I used to shoot bush bucks, I used to shoot water buck, I used to shoot guinea hens. It was just, I just was born as a natural hunter. Now, I've been to Alaska 5 times, and I went brown bear hunting down in the Alaskan Peninsula, down the Sandy River, with an outfitter by name of Mel Gillis, a wonderful, wonderful man. When I shot this brown bear, was 9'6". I cannot believe it, what kind of excitement we had.
You see, that's a pretty big bear.
We got over there, we walked alongside the river, you see the pictures in there? Then he made us go back again. He said, no, that's not too good, we're gonna go back again. When he comes to those alders, it's about 25 to 30 yards shot. Then all of a sudden you see when he comes out of the bush, he's looking at us, we're laying there. I went back again and shot a doll sheep. It was not easy either because you cannot get sometimes close enough to those animals. You have to shoot them at a long distance. So I had a lucky shot of 400 yards, and with a 270, I make my own loads. And then one shot, and the outfitter said, where the heck did you learn how to shoot this gosh darn rifle? I said, well, I come from a long way, Mel. I was 79 years old. I had the opportunity to go to British Columbia for mountain goat. I seen those mountains. I said, holy mackerel, Andy, how you gonna do it up there? So I say, I mean, you step on it, you slide to slide.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to make sure the thing is solid. Sometimes you came on spots maybe 20, 30 yards only. It was almost like that, Scott.
Oh, man.
Quite windy.
They put a spike camps up on 6,000 feet, and then we have to go up to 12,000 feet, and that's where usually you find those mountain goats. For the second day, we spotted the goats. The closest we could get, it was maybe 345 yards. So the guide said, can you take it? I said, I cannot try it. I practiced home enough at 300-yard shots. I fired one shot, and I think I hit him very good. He wouldn't even move, and then I finished him up with a second shot, and then he tumbled down. I was worried about the horns to get damaged or something, but I was very, very, very lucky. He just got a little bit in his face, and he scored number 27 in the world in the SCI scoring. When you plan your life, you got to do something you're really looking forward to fulfill it.
Well, Carl's had a real interesting life, from his childhood in Africa, his military service, to his fantastic hunting adventures. The guy's larger than life. He's always been the life of the party. You know, it's great to be away with him. He's been a father figure to me. He's inspired me not only in hunting but in life, and I just wanted to take this time to thank him.
Section shots! What do you see? Nothing! Colonel Click?
When Live the Wildlife continues,
We just stalked up here and good goat up on that hillside, and I think we're going to go after him.
Gus Congemi hunts for a pronghorn buck and breaks out the long-range rifle. That and more when we return. Portions of Live the Wildlife are being brought to you by Dead Downwind, Nikon, Darton, Bob Vitro's True Life Taxidermy, Silent Predator Clothing, Square Vision Productions, Ameristep, Interlock, Gold Tip, High Country Archery, Bullseye Archery in Cheyenne, Wyoming, Trophy Taker, Thrill of the Hunt Productions, Archer's Addiction, and by Trigger Time Gun Club. Welcome back to Live the Wildlife. The Southwest. It's the land of big sky, open prairies, and free-range antelope. Known as speed goats, these free-ranging game animals provide a great hunt for both rifle hunters and bow hunters.
Well, on this next hunt, we headed down to New Mexico. We're going to hunt antelope with Matt Christmas at the Christmas Ranch. I had hunted antelope the year before with Matt. Wound up taking a beautiful antelope buck on a 100-yard archery shot.
Yeah, you hit him.
This year, we were hoping we didn't have to do that. We set up a blind on a water hole. Matt was seeing some great bucks, and we were real optimistic about this next 3 days. Well, it's September 12th, my first morning here in New Mexico. I'm hunting antelope with Matt Christmas here at the Christmas Ranch. Yesterday we drove around, we saw some really good goats, checked the blinds. We're set up here this morning on a water hole. We're hoping that might be productive. It's a little cool this morning, but we're gonna hunt hard for the next 3 days and hope for the best.
Gus's first morning on stand brought him a few antelope to the watering hole, but no shooters. As cloudy weather is moving in, like the weather, the hunting conditions are changing as well, and not for the better.
Well, we sat for 8.5 hours this morning. Weather got up to 73 degrees, and then this blew in. So it's 57 degrees now, raining. We're going to try some spot and stalk. Try to get on one of these guys out there, and let's have some fun. Then the skies opened up, and it rained, and it rained, and we had some monsoon rains. It was so bad that by the next day, part of the blind was underwater.
That right there is why we're calling it a day.
Well, I think you made a good call ending that last stalk. We got about 400 yards to go, and
I don't think we could have gotten it done before the storm hit us.
No, I don't think so.
It was coming on pretty fast. So.
Saw some good antelope, you know, decided to pass on them, and then we did some stalks.
We had 4 Boone and Crockett antelope within 200 yards.
Yeah,
today,
some beautiful animals. Really, really nice.
Yeah, I think tomorrow morning what we'll do is we'll just head out and kind of take a look at some of those bucks that we passed on today because we got after the
Sure.
good ones and see where we can go.
Sure, because I think the waterhole hunting is going to be out for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to put on our hip waders tomorrow.
Well, here's the blind we hunted yesterday morning. This morning it's underwater. So it's probably a good choice not to go in the blind this morning. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't want to hunt in the blind this morning.
You know, I left my flippers home, so had a lot of rain last night. This is the result. All these water tanks are filled. So we're gonna keep going after these antelope.
With the weather breaking a bit, Gus and his guide Matt Christmas have spotted a nice shooter. Now, Gus needs to get in close with his bow to execute a kill shot. That means patience. Gus has taken long shots with his bow. At times, he's taken shots that were just under 100 yards. That's a long toss for an arrow.
I want to explain, I have a 90-yard pin on my bow. I have a movable sight. If I put it on 90 yards, put that pin on an antelope's back, I can kill the antelope. That'll give me 100 yards. I can't shoot 105 because that would require me holding the pin over the animal's back, and it just doesn't work for me. I can't hold the pin over an animal and shoot. It just seems like I don't lock in. I'm not rock solid in my rest, so I won't do it. And wouldn't you know it, on this hunt, we really couldn't close the gap any more than 110 yards.
Pronghorn that just will not stay under 100 yards means bring out the rifle. Gus has made the executive decision to put the bow back in the truck and stalk with rifle in hand.
I agree. We just stalked up here and good goat up on that hillside, and I think we're going to go after him. See the shot? I couldn't tell how good it was.
I think it was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's good. He's gonna run over there to the right. There's kind of a flat bench over there. That's where we're gonna head over. We're gonna just loop around behind him.
I saw him jump. So, man.
Good
cool.
shot. That was a good shot.
I tell you, big difference from the bow, huh, Matt?
Yeah, that's not bad for an archery hunter that's never really shot a gun much. So.
Well, we stalked a bunch of goats today. We started about 6 this morning, and just no luck with the bow. We just couldn't close the distance. You know, we got to about 110 yards on almost everything we were on. And we decided to take the gun out, and these are the results. It's a nice goat, nice New Mexico antelope, and I had a great time. Matt, thanks.
Thanks, guys. Welcome again, man. Hope you come next year.
You got it, man. Good deal.
Next week on Live the Wildlife.
You know, Gus headed into my neck of the woods this week, so next week I'm headed back for whitetail back east. I'm going in your backyard.
Hey man, and you know my passion for whitetails. You know, I looked at that footage and it's a pretty incredible trip.
Tune in next week for some monster whitetails.
Closed caption for Live the Wildlife is brought to you by Urge Media, helping outdoor manufacturers maximize their brand through TV, internet, and social media. Special thanks to outfitters and hunting locations and affiliates seen on today's show. For more information regarding the locations and destinations, please contact them direct and experience the wildlife.